But Anthony,
Yeah.
I gotta know, what are your surprising teams this season?
Surprising teams. Well, man, you just talked about the leader of them. The Warriors this year. Got to go with the Warriors. Steph Curry, obviously, we all expected him to do MVP things as he's doing right now. But I don't think any of us expected the Warriors to be this competitive without Klay Thompson this early in the season. Obviously, everyone's stepping up. I think you told me a stat earlier, pre-show, that the Warriors got rid of every single player who had a negative plus minus coming into the season. So, and they have the second best offensive rating and the first defensive rating in the league, and their defense has just been locked down, man. The emergence of Jordan Poole, obviously that's been great. You have, Nemanja Bjelica, who we were talking about earlier. He has the highest 3-point percentage in the NBA. I think he's at 50%, right? I think he's at 50%. Yeah. So obviously you have the leader in Curry. I just can't imagine what, Klay Thompson is going to do. They're already sitting at an 11-1 record. Maybe they can push for their own record of 73-9. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, that's crazy. They don't even have Wiseman back yet.
I know.
They don't have Klay or Wiseman back. They're gonna be dangerous.
Gonna be stacked. Who's your surprising team, Christian?
My surprising team, gotta go with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Sitting fourth in the East. Who would have thought? And this is without Colin Sexton for hopefully not the remainder of the season, but it's looking like a torn meniscus, was it?
Meniscus.
Yeah, hate to see it, but we see the resurgence of Evan Mobley and this unique lineup that runs 2 7-footers in the starting lineup with Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley. And then before Lauri Markkanen was injured, Lauri Markkanen at small forward, but now they have a 6'10" Dean Wade. And I think it's just unique how they're running a big man lineup in a small ball game in today's age. And it's catching teams by storm because they're not expecting it. And the Cavs are showing up as top 10 in defense in the league. And it's surprising as you see a bottom team from last year emerge with not a lot of new players, just really one good draft pick that didn't really play good in summer league. We didn't really expect this much from Evan Mobley, but Evan Mobley is averaging second among rookies and third among rookies in rebounding, second among rookies in points per game. And it's surprising. I was not expecting it. I expected him to be at the bottom again, especially with Colin out. So
Darius
Garland playing good.
How about Darius Garland too?
Yeah, Darius Garland's been playing great. Ricky Rubio,
yeah, you got him in fantasy.
Yeah, Ricky Rubio was a great pickup in fantasy. He had 30 points the other day. Nice bet, 8 from 9 from 3. So they just have some good pieces, and they all play their roles. And I think that's good, going good for them right now. Just wonder if they can keep it up, though.
Yep. Want to see it moving forward. So now we're going to move to disappointing teams. Who's your disappointing team, Christian, this year?
Disappointing teams. We mentioned them before, but it's Trae Young and my Hawks. Not specifically Trae Young, but just the Atlanta Hawks. Right now, they're on a 6-game losing streak, and it's just bad for the Hawks. 3 of their 4 wins are at home. They've only won 1 game on the road. They're 1-7 on the road, and it's just not looking good for the Hawks. They're bottom in the league in offensive efficiency and defensive efficiency. It's just not very good. They're not guarding anybody. Just Steph scored 50 on them the other day. They need to get it together. Trae Young's trying his best right now. He's playing out of his world, but you see people like Kevin Huerter, who had a good game against the Jazz, but before that was in a shooting slump. John Collins has been playing okay. Clint Capella has been playing okay. They just don't seem like they're playing with any energy. And that's what you need as you're coming off a season where you made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Like, you're supposed to be showing you're the best in the league. You got some new players in DeLon Wright, but they're not really showing us anything.
Oh, yeah. And preseason rankings had them in like the top 5, top 6 range. And they're out here 4-8, right? 4-8's the record. Man.
Believe so, but what's it called? I had them in my top 3.
Top 3.
I had them in the NBA championship. I might be a little bit biased, but might be.
Hey, man, I have the Celtics in the chip every year, which is going to take me to my disappointing team. The Boston Celtics, man. The Boston Celtics. This is Jason Tatum's fault. I'm just going to be straight up. Jason Tatum has been playing at, I mean, he's picked it up recently, but absolutely terrible. We're finally made it back to 500, but we've been scratching and clawing. Marcus Smart is doing Marcus Smart things. But Jaylen Brown has been all right, but he's been hurt here and there. Jason Tatum needs to be our leader, and he just hasn't been very efficient. Hopefully he's starting to pick it up. It's looking good. I'm not sure how the Cavs game's going right now. Hopefully, the Celtics can pull it out and be above 500. But, when you look at our bench depth, we were really hoping for Romeo Langford, Aaron Nesmith, Peyton Pritchard. We were hoping for some of these guys to step up and be spark plugs off the bench. Absolutely nothing from them. They've been coming off the bench, giving us a solid 3, 4, 5 points per game. Romeo gives us decent defense. Aaron Nesmith has been disappointing after summer league that he had, and Peyton Pritchard, man, he's just on and off.
I thought he was gonna show out this year.
Me too. I think the Cavs. I think the game that's going on right now. I just checked not that long ago. Peyton Pritchard was 0 for 5, and it's just like, man, he has the ability to shoot from deep. He has a decent handle. He's gritty on defense. I thought for sure he could be a great piece off the bench, but not looking like it so far. Robert Williams and Al Horford have been pleasant surprises, but Jason Tatum really needs to be our scoring leader, and it hasn't worked. Dennis Schroeder has, played really good recently, but before then, pretty inefficient. The Celtics are my disappointing team. I personally expected them to be a top 4 seed this year. And right now, I think they're sitting at the 10 seed at 500. Hopefully things start to pick up, but, I can only pray.
Man, how much of it do you think is dealing with Brad Stevens leaving?
That's a great question. Ime Udoka. I don't know how much I like to switch everything defense. We switch every ball screen, and it's led to a lot of slips. That's why Montrezl Harrell had such a crazy game against us. He was just always, I know, Montrezl Harrell of all people.
Player that can't even shoot.
I know, he scored like 28 points just purely off of slips on a screen. So, we were getting dominated by Montrezl Harrell, and I don't know how I like our switch everything offense. I feel like it makes it too easy on the offense, too predictable. But I do like our ball movement. I feel like it's not as much ISOs as it was last year. We were heavily scrutinized. Brad Stevens came under scrutiny for that because there were so many ISOs. Now I just think it's kind of ISOs at the end of the shot clock and the end of the quarters, which is understandable when you have someone, with the skill set of Tatum, even though he's not been performing this year. But, hopefully Ime Udoka can start to run a more complex defense. I like his new offense, but we're just going to have to see how we go.